Ever wonder what's happening on your network? Who's connected, what services are running, whether your devices are secure or wide open? Well, today we are going to talk about a tool that answers all those questions for you. So actually, let me show you. This is Nmap. Now, the network scanner that every sysadmin and network enthusiast needs to know about. So, what is Nmap actually? Well, Nmap is short for Network Mapper. It's an open source tool used for network discovery and security auditing. You can think of it as your personal network detective, ready to map out every device on your network and dig deep into its details. It was originally developed to scan a large network, but it works just as well on smaller home networks, whether you're an IT admin trying to manage your infrastructure or someone trying to secure their home network. Nmap is a must-have, trust me. So how do you install Nmap? Well, if you're on just Kali Linux or any Ubuntu, you can do sudo apt, sudo apt install Nmap, which won't work for me obviously because I am on Arch. I use Arch by the way, but then for Fedora you want to do sudo yum install Nmap, and then for Arch you will do sudo pacman -s nmap. I won't be fuck it, I can't actually just do it. Let's see, just repackaging, nothing much. So just type the appropriate command for your distro and Nmap will be installed in seconds. If you're on Windows or macOS, just head to nmap.org and grab the installer from there. Now, once you've got Nmap installed, you're ready to start scanning. So let's jump right into the basics. So this is the basic Nmap scan. It's called ping scan. To start, we're going to run a basic ping scan. So this is the simplest way to see what devices are connected to your network. We'll use the -SN flag, which tells Nmap to only ping devices without doing deeper scans. So what does this actually mean? So we do Nmap -SN, and then if the route actually 129. It's one here. Should be that one. No, I'm actually gonna use this one. Then on 24, because there is a chance I didn't check completely for the right one. Yeah, there we go. So here we have it. So here on my IP address, that's just the range we are scanning on. On that range we found my phone, Dex21. We found, which possibly is my Philips router for the Lightning, my laptop, Arch Linux. Then we have a MAC address. Ooh, always interesting. So we don't know what this MAC address actually is, since there is no actually naming. So what we can do actually is Control C. And we'll keep that for now. Now, look at that. Here's a list of every device on my network. But what can we actually do more? Well, we can scan ports. We can scan ports like the AD port or the HTTP port 443, or we can scan for 9090 ports if you're on your modem. If you want to scan your modem, we can do all of that, and that's really simple. We can do this through a TCP SYN scan, but ping scan is just a start. So the real power of Nmap is in its ability to find open ports. Every device on your network has ports. Think of them like doors that data can pass through. Some of those doors should be locked. So let's find out which ones are actually open for me. So Nmap, again, -S and the capital S for stealth. So wait, S. So lowercase s for stealth, capital S for the SYN. So we're just scanning the SYN. Okay. Oh my god. So next up, what we need to do is just input our IP. Because I don't know this one, I'm just gonna check it. Oh, we need root privileges. So sudo and password again. And there we go. Oh, what? Look at this. So it seems like this is a laptop on my network, I assume. Because we have this utility, we have MySQL on it, FreeCiv, HTTPs, all open, and iPhone sync. Ooh. So this probably is a laptop on my server. I know which one, not gonna do anything more in that one. So we're just gonna do it for my network as well. So as you can see on my laptop, no ports are open, but maybe once we go to my desktop, we might find something interesting. And for now, we have still one open port, which is an SSH port, which means if we have the login credentials, we can SSH into my desktop machine, which is a big vulnerability, really. Okay, so this is a TCP SYN scan, sometimes called a stealth scan because it's quieter than a full connection. We're scanning my router here, so let's just do the router. So my router is 28.0 normally, but we can check for that. Oh no, wait, it's not in here. It should be a .1 actually, if I'm correct. Yes, there we go. So we have a TCP 53, which is open, which is the domain, and we have sysadmin. So yeah, those are open. If you see a port AE, it means that's an HTTP, and 443 is for HTTPS. If these are open on the if this is open to the internet and they are not secured, it would be like having your front door wide open, inviting anyone in. Now, the other thing about Nmap is it can't just find open ports. We can do more. It can tell you what is running on those ports, like the OS, the version, the system, or the servers that it's using. So right now we just see the port, the state, and the service. We can also, if we dig deeper, find out what's behind that. So let's do that for this one. And all we need to do is do an SV for version. So this is a service version detection, and Nmap will not only find the ports open, but also try to identify what is running and the version of that service. So this one didn't go as planned. Maybe let's go look for 5. Actually, yeah, it's a great example because we know the port 22 is open on it, so we can see what the version of that is, of that SSH. So here we can see service SSH, and the version is OpenSSH for Windows 8.6 with Protocol 2.0. Now, this, as I said before, vulnerable for attacks. If manage to log in. Now, let's take it one step further. We can also detect what operating system is running on a device. This is a great way to know if you're dealing with a Linux server, a Windows machine, or even a smart device. So, what do we need to do for this is, I'm just gonna go one line up so I don't need to copy paste the IP every time. And we do a -O for operating or OS system. I'll let that wait out a bit. So this scan tries to guess the operating system based on how the device responds to the traffic on the network. It's not always 100% accurate, but it gets the job done. As you can see here, it did correctly guess macOS, but it's not sure about it. It's just an aggressive OS guess. Here we have a so here is just running a just guessing. So it's guessing between these two. And then it actually, with an aggressive guess, it found that I'm running on a Windows 11 21H2. Now, we have a lot of other possibilities, but as you can see, the percentages are quite lower. So this information is actually really helpful if you're troubleshooting or trying to secure your network. Now, the aggressive scan is something else. Now, if you're in a hurry or you just want to throw everything Nmap's got at a target, you can use the aggressive scan mode. This runs multiple scans all at once. It finds open ports, detects services, the operating system, and even runs default scripts. So all we need to do for that is -A for aggressive and enter. Now it's running. So the scan is super powerful, but it's also noisy. It sends a lot of traffic and might trigger security systems if you're not scanning something that's not yours, so only uses on your own networks. Or on the networks you have permission to scan. Now, look at this network. Nmap has done the work for us. We've got the open ports, services, versions, and even some extra info like the router uptime. No, it's not there. So we got the network distance as well now. Got the host keys. We got the trace route as well. So let's go into something else now, because Nmap also has a feature called the Nmap scripting engine. Now, Nmap scripting engine, or the NSE, this lets you run scripts to automate like the tasks for checking for vulnerabilities, brute forcing logins, or even scanning for malware. Let's run a script to check for common vulnerabilities here. So what we want to do is nmap dash script type vuln. Vuln stands for vulnerability, obviously. Then we just put in our IP address with a space in between. IP address 68 and 5. Now we let that run for a while. So this command tells Nmap to run its vuln script, which checks for known vulnerabilities. If there is anything wrong with my router, the scan will point it out. Or if there is anything wrong with my desktop. Normally everything should be quite secured for my desktop, so I doubt that any vulnerability will show. Let's just hope for it as well. There we go. So the scanning is done. Oh, host seems down. That is weird, because I'm pretty sure the host is up. Well. What is happening here? So it says the host is not up, but we were able to scan it before. It's 29.5, yeah. 168, yeah. That's weird. So let's just try it, the laptop, on my laptop, and see if we can find any vulnerabilities. I doubt it. We are pretty secured against everything, through network as well. So let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. So this command tells Nmap to run a vuln script. Ooh. Okay, so we are not vulnerable, as you can see. Scan all 1,000 ports. All 1,000 ports are closed, so the con refused. So actually, this checks for known vulnerabilities, as you know, and tells you which one. So next up, we could go a bit deeper, of course. We don't just want to scan a single device. We want to scan the entire network and get a full picture of what's happening. So let's run a scan on my entire local network to see everything that's connected. So how this will go is, go up, do it from my laptop actually. So we do nmap s -o -a. So thing with this one, it can take a while because we are scanning an entire network. Give my password in, and now we wait, because this command will scan the whole network, find all devices, detect the services that are running, the versions not, but they will be trying to guess the operating systems. I could have put in just an extra flag to check the versions as well, but since I think only the desktop will show, possibly with open ports, we'll just have the SSH, so don't really need it. But it's a powerful way to map out your complete network in detail. So actually with Control D you can check how much time is remaining and what it is doing at the moment. So we have 15 seconds remaining. We're at about 72% done. So let's wait a bit. So we are back. As you can see, we got a warning, giving up on port because retransmission cap hit 10. This is annoying, so I won't be able to show you the full network scan, but we can just, get into something else then. Let's talk about legal and ethical scanning, because now before you go wild with Nmap, let me give you a quick word of warning. Only scan networks that you have access to or are allowed to scan. Because scanning someone else's network without permission is illegal and can get you into some serious trouble. Now, stick to scanning your own networks, your company's network if you're an admin or a lab environment. Ethical hacking is great, but only when you follow the rules, obviously. So that's it for today's video. I think you've just learned the basics of Nmap, how to scan devices, find open ports, detect operating systems, and even check for vulnerabilities. Nmap is a powerful tool whether you're using it for network management or security testing. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more network security tutorials. Till next time, stay tuned.